I'm going to talk about the technical and security feedbacks. So very important area because the best at communication security is a very key point, and also technical part is very essential, and many of the technical parts discussed by our previous speakers. Now let's go to next. In this session, I'm going to discuss evaluation process and reason for the disqualify your site during the competition and security evaluation. This is the behind the picture. This is our evaluation process. Actually, initially screened by internal technical team, and all the criteria not evaluated by the internal teams, but technical areas internal team evaluate them. It is going to the next phase. It is professional judges are doing the next judging session. So the various judges from the various industrial and telecommunication, academic, and all the areas covering, and there are professional participating for the each and every panels, because all the panels we have 13 categories, so we have 13 panels, and once complete the initial evaluation, it is going to the next judging evaluation. Finally, it is come to the final judging session. It is head by CEO and chairman, and including the panel of judges. So sometimes we notice that even in the judging process, some sites qualified as a gold winner. But finally, when it comes to the final judging, it may be going down to the bronze or some silly mistakes, right? So that's this process is very critical, because you have to, if you apply for the BestWeb, you have to pass all these phases to qualify and get an award. Reason for the disqualified mainly, these 4 points are very important. One reason, security evaluation, they might fail it, and other one, incompleted website or not operational website. They are applying for the website for a competition. They may not ready for the competition actually. They just plan, even not develop single page, or just applied with the some without any information. They will apply. They are applying and preparing for the step competition. That couldn't do because we have advertising the time period for the panel of what you call our evaluation period, and all the calendar is there. So you will have to ready. Applying, you have to ready for the BestWeb competition. And if you cite, the third point is redirection. Few of sites, few of them are applying for the .lk. This is entitled on for the .lk domains, but they are applying for the .lk domain, and the sub pages are directed to some other com or other sites. So that then definitely will disqualify from the competition. And last point, many of our judges mentioned that very easy thing just to display the logo, right? The competition, this competition including banks and very well-known news sites. Those people are adding the logo to their site for a period of time until complete the BestWeb competition. This is very easy thing. As you said, many sites they are disqualified without logo, because when I go into the judging process, we notice they are removed the. Sometimes they are initially adding the logo. After that, they are removing without considering the time frame. Security evaluation, a key part. This is actually coordinated and done by our internal security team. So these are the thing. We have this time over 500 websites. I think 585 websites scanned. Industry standard tools we are using for scan your websites. And also due to time limitation, we are scanning only certain areas, right? Even those certain areas, very small areas scanned and evaluated, we might able to find that nearly 40% of sites are having some security issues, right? So then many of developers they are developing a nice site and nice adding features and very essential to customers and new technologies are using, but they are not considering some time security. This is the one we want to actually improve in BestWeb competition. We want to your sites found to evaluate in the international standard, right? Uh, so the assessment also not included everything. Sometimes our developers sometimes they are asking whether this assessment now you have they have passed, right? It does not mean this site is didn't have any vulnerability, because if you do the comprehensive assessment by some professional, definitely you may able to find the vulnerabilities. But even in the our basic scan, finding any vulnerabilities, there's an issue. That means any person with using simple tool, they can identify your vulnerabilities very quickly without any effort. So the best thing, some applicants are they are using the web application firewall, IPS IDS, and also some tools to mitigate the attacks. So those people are getting the good marks because they use some technology and security techniques to improve their sites. This is the basic marking and scoring method which using for the security, right? It is actually the good practices if you're using the web application firewall and HTTPS. So then you will get plus mark for a competition, and you will get a high score for the security marks in the competition. So if you have the vulnerability, like if we are scanning the site and we are identify some vulnerabilities, and then you will get a negative marks. These are the most well-known vulnerabilities that we noticed during this 2023 web competition. So for example, if you say the second one, DDoS and DOS vulnerabilities, that is actually not for harm for your site. Your site is using for the attack some other website or web application. So you don't know about that your site is hacked, but it is using your site to attack some other well-known banks or anything. They can initiate the DOS and DDoS attacks with using your infrastructure and your site. So if these are very critical vulnerabilities, and if we are found any vulnerabilities on your website, we will give the negative marks. It is not positive to go next level of the competition. You can see the reflection. This is the summarize of vulnerabilities we mainly noticed during this period. Remote code execution, DDoS, SQL injections. These are the things we noticed during this period. And we look at the figures, there are 169 websites were identified as security issues. We scan 580 and more sites, but we noticed nearly 169 sites are having some security issues. This is what we want to focus there. We want to initially the very basic effort you have to put for to improve the security. Otherwise, without having the most, as you know, that most hosting providers they are providing reverse proxies and web application firewall. The many products are sometimes very free, so you can use it to mitigate the security level. Right, and then these are the best practice. I'm not going to discuss it in detail, but these are the best practices we have to follow. The many people, many developers and customers. Actually, customers they don't know about how this site is going on. So they actually total they also have a responsibility, but we want to manage and maintain your site according to the standard. Otherwise, in this world, we can't survive without patching, without updates to your site. We can't survive within not more than 6 months because there can be attack, and that is huge. When you talk about the customer, they will get a negative image of their from their customers because they are maintaining not maintaining website and by someone that definitely will be a problem. So we recommend to follow these steps. Always update application updates, plugins. When you are using the plugins in your content management system like WordPress or Joomla or some other one, you have to very carefully analyze when you are applying plugins, because should be evaluated and it should be confidence that plugins not harm for your website. Sometimes you are to improve your design, you are adding more and more plugins, but the design will be available only for a few days. If you are not manage the plugin properly, you may be able to the system definitely hackers were able to hack your site. And security patches, very essential. Strong authentication when you access the control panel through any networks, that should be very carefully, because we have a system that we are monitoring the login attempts, trying login attempts through our monitoring system. We notice there are many attempts coming to the WordPress sites. The common URL admin login. Many IPs are trying to log in. So that means definitely you have a threat. And IPS, IDS enabling, as I said, web-based firewall, you can enable it to improve the security and backups. This should be regularized backup. You have to maintain the backup process accurately. Otherwise, if your site is hacked, you may not have able to access, or sometimes you need to host this some other place. You should be maintaining the backups clearly. And recommending the continuous assessment, but it is a little difficult. But we using the license automated tool, and also it is actually a very difficult task to manage. But I'm recommending at least for 2-3 months you have to have a regular scanning process to conduct your website, because time to time when you are updating something, when you are adding plugins, so definitely you can lose your security strength without knowing. So that's why this is if you are managing any corporate and business side, definitely security must be for perfect. Yeah, there's process you need to list and maintain properly to manage the website and scanning and all. However, when considering all these factors, Now you have a one time for a year to come to website BestWeb and participate, and you can evaluate your website free of charge, and you also may get the award as well. But it is a huge the competition. We are spending a lot of money on the improve your technical areas and security with sharing information with you all, and the panel of judges. They are highly professional in various area, so that evaluate free of charge, but it's a huge effort behind this screen. So all these things actually you can evaluate your now have only one time to participate your BestWeb. Now we have a top web. This is our now new product. It is monthly evaluating sites if you request. This place actually you can evaluate your site anytime after developing and new site or anything. You can evaluate your site here and get recognized. Then at least if you participate for the 2-3 times in the top web, definitely you will be able to get the highest award in the BestWeb, because that level we are maintaining. Same thing we are maintaining for the top web to improve your quality and security and all through this project. That's about this session, and thank you very much. Thanks.